I have a story for you. There's a story of this man who went out to search for happiness, and he started off by buying a house. He believed that if he was to buy the house that he always dreamed of having, he would finally have happiness. So that's what this man did. He went out, bought his dream house, and it seemed as if it gave him happiness, but then as he looked around, he saw some nicer homes, and he said, I need that house. So once again, he went and purchased a nicer house, one that had a swimming pool, a game room, everything that he wanted. And again, this house gave him happiness for some time, until once again he realized he wasn't happy. And so he said, maybe if I travel the world, then I will have happiness. Then I will be able to explore the places that I've always wanted to go when I was little. And so that's what he did. He went and explored all the places that he always dreamed of visiting. And this gave him happiness and everything, but after a few weeks, it left him again. And this man came back home. He was dejected, couldn't understand what else he was missing. And then one day, he receives the news that his only child, his son, died in an accident. And when this happened, the man completely lost it. He started drinking, started doing drugs with the hope of healing from this tragedy that he just went through. And a few months later, he receives the news that his wife was diagnosed with cancer. And once again, this man couldn't understand what is happening. Why is everything happening to me? And once again, he goes into drinking, doing drugs to try to soothe and ease his pain. And this man felt his whole world crashing down on him. And he couldn't make sense of all that was happening to him in such a short time. It seemed as if he could never find happiness. One day, this man's friend hears about what he's been going through. So he said, I need to visit my friend. So he goes and he meets him, and he said, my friend, I heard you've been going through a lot. Tell me, what have you been going through? And his friend tells him, look, my life seems as if everything's been going downhill. And he said, I tried to look for happiness and a home. And when that wasn't sufficient, I purchased another home. But then that didn't bring me happiness. And I thought that maybe if I was to go and travel the world, that would bring me happiness. And then he continued on saying, but that didn't bring me happiness either. And he said, and then I lost my son in an accident. And a few months later, I lost my wife to cancer. And he said, my life has been a living hell this last few months, years. It seems as if nothing is going right for me. And he said, this is how I feel. I feel torn, I feel worthless. I have nothing left in this world. And his friend told him, look, I might not be able to comfort you because I might not understand everything that you're going through. And maybe your family doesn't understand you either. But he said, look, don't give up. There is someone who understands. And that someone is Jesus. And he understands and feels your pain. And my friends, this man decided to give Jesus Christ an opportunity. And once he did that, his life was changed from that day on. And I ask you, are you looking for peace and happiness in the wrong places? Have you recently lost a loved one? Are you at your lowest where you feel like there's just nothing else that you can live for? Maybe you are wanting to give up, but today I want to tell you, don't. Because Jesus is there waiting for you with his hands stretched out, waiting for you to come running to him, to cry on his shoulder, to just pour out your heart, everything that you're holding inside, to pour it out to him. And my friend, I can tell you with confidence that when you do that, you will find the peace and happiness that you've been searching for your whole life.